Hey everyone, welcome back to Paul's Model Works, and just making a video here to give you guys an update on the Lindbergh Dodge Charger, the police car that I've been working on. And so just wanted to show you guys my progress on that. I have gotten the interior pretty much finished. Just a couple little things that I need to add on to it, but it overall is done. And then the chassis is done, motor, getting close, and then the body, of course, will be the last thing that I'll be working on this one. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you guys what I have done on the interior. Now I know this stuff isn't going to show up really well on the video here, so I'm going to take some pictures at the end to show you guys so you can see everything in better detail. But I'll go ahead and explain to you guys everything that I have done. This is the interior tub, and it actually comes in parts. Like the side door panels here are separate pieces, so I guess it's not really a completed tub, but this is it. With this being the police one, inside of course it has you know, some different options for the interior. Number one being that it comes with a police laptop, which is pretty cool. I modified it a little bit just because it didn't really look accurate to any of the ones that I actually saw in some of the 1-1 pictures that I looked at. And then of course you got the center console here. It has a couple of radios on it. And then on the dash I've put a little box on here. I am assuming that it's some kind of like radio, or maybe like a, I don't know, radar or something like that. Whatever it is, I have no idea. It was on some of the pictures that I looked at, and I thought it looked cool, so I decided to add it on there, and I wired it up and everything. So whatever it is, it's on there. And then there's the divider here that goes between the front seats and the back seats. That's gone in. It's got a piece of glass that goes inside of it and everything. Just, you know, keeps the bad guys in the back. And then the rest of it's pretty much a stock interior of just one of these Dodge Chargers, which the interior is really nice on this kit. It comes with, like, the back seats have got like seat belts on them already, and they look really good. And then the front seats have like the little, not the actual seat belt, but the part that you click it into, you know, down the side of the seat. It's got that on there. And then the dash is really nicely detailed. Of course, it's got decals for the dials, but that's about it. So everything else I hand painted. One thing that I did talk about in a previous video was this glossy accents, and I had somebody ask me exactly what I used it for. Prime example in this model is where the decals for the gauges go in. It's, you know, it's inset down inside of that hole where the decal will go through. So what I do is I put the decal into the bottom of it. Then you can take this glossy accents after your decal is dried in place, and then you just fill up the area above the decal with it, and it makes it look like it has glass over the decal. Kind of gives it just a little more of a realistic look, which looks really cool, and I will try to get a good picture of that when I show you guys the pictures at the end of the video. Another thing that I did for the interior is, you know, every police car has a weapon in it. You know, usually they have like a shotgun mounted in between the seats or up on the dash, or, you know, I don't know. You know, every time you've gone by a police car, you look inside. Who doesn't? And you see the, you know, shotgun mounted somewhere on there. So, of course, this kit didn't come with a shotgun, so I wanted to do it, and I didn't have any. So I decided to make my own, and I will take some pictures of this. But I made a little shotgun just out of some extra styrene that I had, and it's actually going to mount right behind, or right in front of this rear divider. I'll have to build kind of a little gun rack for it and everything, but that's where that'll sit. I wanted to put it you know, sitting up in the seat between the two seats, but the way the car is, there's not any space to put it in there. It's actually, you know, tighter inside of this than it really is. But so that kind of, you know, made that option not plausible. So it's going to go above their heads. Just be kind of like, you know, a gun rack that you see on the back window of a truck or something like that. I looked at some pictures and I saw some that had it like that, so I thought I would just do it that way. But other than that, you know, everything's coming right along on the kit. You guys have seen the chassis before. I've got the motor inside of it and the radiator and everything, and then the bottom of it is weathered to look like a daily driver. You know, just something that's always out on the beat every day. So that's pretty much where I'm at with the Dodge Charger right now. Let me show you guys the body here. Here's the body. I haven't really started doing any work on it yet, same as my previous videos, just cleaned up and everything. I am going to be using, I picked up some of this Tamiya, it's the Fine Surface Primer Light Gray today, and so I'm going to be using this on it. I've never used it before. I've mostly used actually like sandable automotive primer and stuff like that on the models, and it does a good job. Sometimes it goes on a little bit thick, and I was at the hobby store today with my dad and I saw this, and so I decided to pick it up and give it a try. Since it's the fine primer, you know, I've heard good things about it, and that it goes on real smooth and you don't lose any of your detail in the model or anything, so I'm going to give that a try. So if any of you have used it before, you know, you can let me know a comment in the video or something like that, and if you guys think it's good or not, but I will be trying it out here soon to find out. So anyway, that's pretty much it on the Dodge Charger, and like I said, just stay on here. I'll post some video or pictures of the build, and until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. I went ahead and put it on there. No idea what it is, but God, that's good.